Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again for Paleo Palm Long Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, should you try to boost your testosterone? I'm the caveman! And the answer is, not exactly. At least not in the sense of taking testosterone boosters or exogenous testosterone. The problem with the conventional medical model is that more often than not, if something's too low, you take more. If it's too high, you try and reduce it. We see that with vitamin D. If your levels are too low, take more. If we're talking about cholesterol, oh, it's too high, so we gotta reduce it. But the problem with that is it doesn't address why is your vitamin D low or why is your cholesterol too high. Particularly in the anti-aging community, we see this regarding hormones. And anybody who's been around or in that scene for a long enough period knows, how do you artificially tank your testosterone? Well, you go out on a bender, you drink a whole bunch, you don't sleep, so loads and loads of stress. So that right there is a major driver of low T, stress. Every guy assumes that at age 30, he's supposed to have lower testosterone. But as we talk about all the time, just because something is common doesn't mean it's normal. When you're 20 years old and you don't have a care in the world and your production's at its highest, you can be okay with that stress. You can get away with eating garbage and not sleeping and partying all the time because you haven't crossed your allostatic threshold yet. But add 10 years, real life, work, a mortgage, a wife, a couple kids maybe, and some car problems. And what happens? Oh, I don't know, I just don't feel the same. My testosterone's lower. I can't recover like I did when I was 20. Was that just a coincidence? A major part of this, and it's a concept that's normally discussed in the sense of menopause, but it's pregnenolone steal. Now, pregnenolone is the mother to all your hormones, and it can go down either to the stress or corticosteroid pathway, or down the DHEA pathway towards your sex hormones. Too much stress, and more of that pregnenolone gets diverted away from testosterone production, so you get lower levels. And that pregnenolone, it comes from cholesterol, and that conversion is a major rate-limiting step. Whether you have insufficient levels of cholesterol or the enzyme itself, it can only convert so much cholesterol before that enzyme runs out. At which point, if it's all going to your stress hormones, you're gonna tank. On a related note, blood sugar regulation issues can result in increased cortisol production. That's one of those corticosteroids. Now, this is why we see a relationship between obesity, diabetes, and low T. But just because you don't have explicit diabetes doesn't mean that you don't have some kind of insulin resistance going on, leading to that increased cortisol production. But one more big driver when we're talking about issues with testosterone is your gut health. Gut dysbiosis can lead to increased inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and decreased hormone clearance. So getting your gut in line is majorly important as well. So your biggest takeaways are that if you actually want to improve your testosterone levels, you really need to focus on your stress, your sleep, and your other lifestyle factors. From there, make sure you're eating real food, particularly on the lowest carb to ketogenic end, to help control your blood sugar regulation and your insulin sensitivity. Also be sure to focus on your gut health. So lots of bone broth and gelatin, a quality probiotic with Megaspore, and those aforementioned lifestyle factors. So really focus on your inflammation, focus on your stress, and let your body do the rest. Don't try to outsmart it. But if you want some more information on those negative feedback loops that help control your hormonal levels, or how vitamin D levels can actually be an indicator of inflammation, or how blood sugar regulation can throw everything off, or just on hormone regulation in general, take a look at these videos over here. But either way, hopefully this helped you out, guys. You know what to do. Like and subscribe down below. Share it with your friends. Head over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at Mike the Caveman, over on Facebook at Paleo Palm Long Island, and of course over on MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care of your health to help your T. And I'll see you tomorrow. Am I pregnant? Did I go out drinking last night? Did I just